Did I call on friends? Ignore that I have companions. No. But no, you call on friends. I fight you one-on-one. Ignore my companions. I'm doing the intro in here because the time between the actual intro I did and now it has been quite loud, so I'm gonna do it with adjusted audio. The episode today, we will attempt the capstone dungeon for tier 4, and also we will discuss the upcoming event and how to go about getting stuff easily and whether you should focus on doing it or just do it as part of the game, and if you complete it, you complete it. Now, as far as the capstone dungeon, I am a little worried, but we should be right. We're beating level 72s, and it's a level 70 capstone, so we should be fine. I'm not gonna just go, oh yeah, we'll annihilate it, because that would just be being silly, because anything can happen. Now, as far as the get off, yeah, whatever. As far as the event that's coming up, the Lunar event, that you get pretty much cosmetics, and that's the whole point of it. The board that's similar to season 2, that you need X amount of kills to unlock each tier, and those kills come from doing the shrines, which are obviously in dungeons. Should be in the nightmare vaults, but it depends on if they integrate it in time. One would believe that they would add it to the season mechanic, but hey, they might just go, well, you don't want to do vaults, you can do it for the event. If you want to do the season mechanic, then you run bolts. Because honestly, there's not that many shrines actually in here. Like, isn't unless they're going to buff the shrines, and you're going to run into a bunch of shrines. Just like 2 every nightmare sigil you run virtually. But not focusing on the shrines right now. The actual content is pretty much purely for the cosmetics and unlocking all the cosmetics. Now, the actual items drops, because it seems like it's going to be like season 2, where you get some goodies along the way to try to motivate you to keep going. But if you played season 2 and remember, now you might have got lucky and got some decent stuff, but even in season in tier 4 and 3, those drops were pretty trash and were not even of that tier, as in item power. They were tier 1, tier 2 stuff. Even the stuff later down the board. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. Let's see if we're ready for the capstone with this big guy. I keep getting poisoned. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh. event stuff. Now, the stuff will be worthless, so you shouldn't actually try to complete it competitively. Now, you can either try and run the event along with what you're doing, so you just ignore pretty much the event and start the quest line to get everything going, but then just play your game, and if you complete it, you complete it. If you want to focus on getting the cosmetics, either go a tier of nightmare sigils lower than you are running at the moment. So if you're running 11 to 20, run 1 to 10. If you're running what is it, 21 to 30, then you run the, yeah, nicked it, run the one below, or you could just drop an entire tier and run it at the previous tier, or the previous tier and a lower sigil than you can actually complete, because all it is for the event is killing monsters after you touch a shrine. So you need to actually kill as many monsters as possible, as quick as possible, just to get these cosmetics. And that's all it's for, just a bunch of cosmetics. So do not, like, you can do whatever you want, but if you're actually, why am I, what? Okay, I don't understand where all my health just went, but hey. I'm pretty sure. By who? Now, I'm pretty sure, if I had to take a guess, I got killed by the Firefly skill that the constructs have. Because unless somehow without a patch they buffed everything, which highly unlikely, obviously, there's really nothing that should have one-shot me virtually. Come on. Yeah, that thing that popped out, that was the Firefly ability that everyone loves using on their thing, because it's one of the things that are actually effective, but they're using it. I've found since the patch, they're actually seem to be using it more and more against you. So I think they saw that people were using it and decided to just copy everyone else. Yeah, the items were trash. Don't bother looking for items or anything. And I'd rather get World Tier 4 if I'm honest. Yeah, so drop your tier you're doing it in, because you need to be able to kill 25 enemies for the first buff of the Greed Shrine, and 50 enemies to get the second buff of the Greed Shrine. So they're already pretty much telling you that you need to be able to kill 50 enemies within, I think, a minute, maybe 90 seconds is the time that you get, because you don't get all that much time. So you need to be able to kill 50 enemies in a minute to 90 seconds. Now this could include some elites and everything, so you actually need to be able to take out elites without expending time. So yeah, the actual fun of the event won't be there regardless of what tier you do, because it's purely doing exactly what you're doing now, but you have a shrine that you need to try and wipe out as many enemies as possible to get cosmetics. So don't forget what the end goal is. It's purely to get cosmetics. The man who never dies. Well, that's certainly tickled. Come on. Smack him. Smack him. Did I call on friends? Ignore that I have companions. No. But no, you call on friends. I fight you one-on-one. Ignore my companions. Come on. Punch him. Now I gotta what? Get off me. I was about to say, now I gotta watch out for the big guys hitting me, because they're starting to land a lot of those big hits on me. But we are tier 4, even with our normal build, which is not broken. It is a 100% normal build, and once again with the Lunar event, do not try and do it at whatever your complete Nightmare Dungeon's at now if you want to get the cosmetics easily. So you go on the board that the event will have, and as I understand, it will be favors which you get from the shrines, which you get from killing as many monsters as possible. So unless you have a broken build where you can just one-shot everything, reduce the sigil level you are doing by at least 10, or drop the world tier if you're tier 4 and just go tier 3 and run dungeons there. Now if you just want to get the stuff as you play, then yeah, just play as you wish and see how far you get, and then just turn it down towards the end of the event when you're looking to play Last Epoch in a couple of days, which will be on the 21st of Feb in some country or other. It'll probably be the 22nd for me, but unless something happens, I do intend on playing Last Epoch when it launches. But as far as the event and everything, do go well, wish you well, collect as many as possible. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.